Hey guys, today is Sunday, December 13th, and I thought this week was upcoming, I believe it's next month, Sarah J. Maas is releasing the fourth book in her Courts of Thorns and Roses series featuring the sister and Cassian, Nesta, that's her name. So I have been rereading the original books. I already did A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Court of Mist and Fury. So now I'm going to start on A Court of Wings and Ruin. And the reason I'm talking to you is the first time I read this, I hated the book. I absolutely despised it. It was terrible. But that was a couple years ago. It was right after it was released. So I am going to be rereading this book, see if any of my opinions change, and you're going to just go on this journey with me. So I will update you soon on my reread of A Court of Wings and Ruin, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye! Hi, today's December 14th, and I thought I would give you an update on this reading vlog for my reread of A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. Yeah. So I mentioned in my last clip that I was going to do a reread of this. It was kind of a last minute decision to vlog it. And the only I don't think I really explained why I decided to vlog it. I mentioned that I hated this book the first time I read it. Absolutely despised it. But I'm also very much a mood reader. So my thought, I love the first two books in this series. Why didn't I love the third one? I reread my review and I understand what I was complaining about, quite frankly, with this book. I reread it in a new frame of mind. You know, it's been a few years and all. Then maybe my opinions would change. So I just thought maybe we could do that journey together. And I decided at last minute and just kind of filmed a quick little clip so I could start reading without feeling weird about it. But right now I am, how far am I in this? On page 134, I started reading this last night. So far, my opinions are staying pretty much the same. I enjoyed, there are going to be spoilers in this. So spoiler warning, spoilers. If you haven't read this, like most people have if you're watching a fantasy vlogger. So yeah, spoilers. I'm gonna say it again, spoilers. Spoilers. So Feyre being back in the spring court is the part that I just finished. Like she's gone through her whole escapade of, you know, being a little bitch at Tamlin because he's a little bitch, and then everything moves along. But you know, my opinions for that part have stayed the same. It is an enjoyable part of this book. I'm a slightly vindictive person myself, so I was kind of along with her for her get even portion of this. And because, I mean, Tamlin, horrible character. Like, he's just horrible. It got Feyre's sisters thrown to the cauldron and turned into whatever it is they are now. Are they Fae? Are they not? I don't know. It's like I said, it's been a long time since I've read this, so I can't remember exactly what the wording is for what they got turned into. Is it actually Fae? Is it something else? I don't know. I have a feeling Amren's gonna tell me because Amren's better than everybody else in the book. But, so, I just finished up where she has left Tamlin's spring court with Lucien. I'm going with Lucien because it makes me feel better. My opinions on that have not changed much. She was very vindictive. She was there to get even. She was there to exact revenge. I'm good with that. I'm happy with that. Felt good about it. She did what she's got to do and she's moving on. That's awesome. Of course, the first thing that happens when she gets back to her night court is a unnecessary sex scene. Like I love sexy scenes in my books. There's dirty and there's sexual, and then there's kind of some of the shit that they say to each other, which is completely inappropriate. But be that as it may, that's one of the parts of these books, and at least I like little sexy bits for the most part. I remember complaining a lot that this one goes a little too far with a lot of them, but yeah, we'll see. We're just about to meet Feyre's sisters again. Excited about that since the reason I'm rereading these is to refamiliarize myself with the world and the characters before Nesta's book comes out. And that's coming out either January or February. I think it might be February. I'm really looking forward to reading Nesta's book, so I just wanted to get back into this, get back into the world, remind myself of everybody and what's happened. So far around page 134, my opinion's not changed. I enjoyed Feyre's jaunt to the spring court, even though she made some stupid decisions. But that's part. People make stupid decisions. I would expect her to make stupid decisions. If she was perfect, it would be boring. So I'm going to sit down and keep reading this and check back in with you later. Hi, today is Tuesday, December the 15th, and thought I'd give you a reading update. Actually, tomorrow we're supposed to get like 5 inches of snow, I think. So I just got back from the grocery store. Because what do you do when there's supposed to be a weather phenomenon? You buy too much food. So, that's just how that works. No, but other than my weather nervousness, because even though it's supposed to snow tomorrow, I'm still scheduled to be at work at 6:15, I think. I'm not real happy about that. Could be worse, I guess, but if it's snowing, I'm not going. And just not into it, I guess. I am still reading A Court of Wings and Ruin. Mentioned before, hated it the first time I read it. I'm liking it a lot better this time than I did last time, which isn't saying much. I think I gave it 2 stars on my first read. I hated it. I absolutely hated it. If I had to sit and rate it right now, I'd probably give it 3. Mostly, like the first part was great. I loved Feyre in the spring court, which I mentioned. But now that she's back with Rysand and yada 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 and the whole cohort or whatever it is, they're terrible, they're boring, they're dull, they're predictable, they're dramatic. I'm not into it. I don't like the drama. I really don't like the drama. There's too much. Especially with Nesta. As much as I'm looking forward to the book with Nesta and Cassian, I'm not liking Nesta. She's just way too, I don't want to say abrasive. I like the abrasive part of her. She's abrasive without reason. Like, I understand her life's gone poorly and it's not going the way she wanted it to, and like she's stressed, yada yada yada. She's just being a bitch, and I don't like it. I just don't like it. But I think I mentioned, I'm on page 346. I'm about halfway through, and I know we're about to get to the parts where, spoilers again, they go and visit the summer court where they had blood rubies on their name and whatever. Oh, the cat's making the whole thing shake. Now, but they're about to go visit them, and I remember hating that part so much just because of all the unnecessary drama. And so we'll see how it goes this time. I hope I like it better. But yeah, there's that. What gets me is I'm enjoying my reread, but at the same time, I'm still annoyed by it. So I'm enjoying it while being annoyed. I don't know how that works. The other thing I've been reading, and I forgot to mention, because I've been reading this as an audiobook. I'm reading Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I'd read this a few years ago, probably right after it came out. So what, 2017, I want to say? When I first read the audiobook the first time, I gave it, I believe, 4 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I was very engrossed by the story. I was really interested. I enjoyed the writing. I have to say, I'm not enjoying my reread as much as I did the first time. I love the narrator for this book, Steve West, I believe. I've listened to several audiobooks that he's narrated, and he's an excellent narrator. Great, just really gets emotion into it, displays the characters well. It really pulls you into the story. But I think that's part of why I enjoyed it so much the first time. He pulled me in, he sucked me in. His story, his voice for storytelling sucked me in. I think I'm not enjoying it as much this time because I now know the story and I'm listening to the details, to the little things going on. And I don't like it as much. I see his story, his voice for narration is fantastic, but I don't know. I'm not enjoying the book. I think I'm about 75% through. I'm not liking it as much. There's way too much drama. It's very childish. There's a romance blossoming, which just comes way out of the blue. And I don't dig it. It just seems really childish. And I see it as touching without permission. And if you've not read the books, like, skip this bit here. But one of the characters can get into other people's dreams. And in this dream, our main character, Laszlo, can touch her. And she's never experienced that before. She's never had interaction with humans before. She just doesn't have any experience with it. And he's continuously touching her. I'm like, she doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't understand what's going on, Laszlo. Stop it. Like, you're kind of pushing the boundaries a little far here. And it's getting way too intimate too quickly between those two characters. And it's very cringy. It's very cringy. And I hate that, because I love this book the first time. I loved Laszlo, I loved Sarai, and the Tizer cane. I loved that. But this time, like, while I like Laszlo as a character outside of the romantic aspect, there's my husband texting me from upstairs, because that's what he does. No. So, with the Tizer cane and all, and I like him in that aspect with the God Slayer, and I like what Theon Nero brings, because he's the abrasive character meant to add tension and stuff with the human component of the story. Laszlo and Sarai, the second part of the book has been a huge focus, and it's really cringy. It's so cringy. Some people might go, oh, romantic, oh my gosh, he's making her stop with his mind. Yeah, and then he's touching her and stuff, and like not giving her options to choose, and she doesn't have any experience. I feel like he's taking advantage of the situation, and that's not cool with him. Other than that, not really reading anything. Dreading the snow tomorrow. Haven't done any blogging. Because that's what I normally do. I normally do blogging, but I found I have not been in the mood, so I've been talking to you guys. How about that? I hope you enjoy it. I've also been playing World of Warcraft again. Ha ha ha. Video games. They came out with their new expansion, and I'm really enjoying playing it. I played a lot, like 7 to 15 years ago, like that time frame. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. It's actually how I ended up getting to know my husband really well, was by playing Warcraft. I'd stopped playing when we had, with my little girl, who's currently laying on the floor, staring. She's saying she also plays Warcraft, because she's a cute little dumpling. But no, I stopped playing when we had her, because it was too much. There was too much going on, I needed to focus on that. But I started playing again, probably like a month and a half ago, month and a half ago, and I'm really enjoying it. I want to take my magical swords and go stab evildoers, because, that's fun. But I hope you're all having a wonderful night. Hope you're reading something good. Talk to you later.